What if I told you one of the greatest presidents in history failed again and again? Before the world knew the name Abraham Lincoln, he was just a poor boy, born inside a small wooden cabin. No luxury, no rich family, no powerful connections, just poverty. Real poverty. His family struggled for survival. Sometimes there was not enough food. Sometimes there was no proper school. Lincoln did not grow up with comfort. He grew up with hardship. But even as a young boy, there was something different about him. He loved learning. While others slept, he read books near the firelight at night. One book at a time, one page at a time, because deep inside, he believed knowledge could change a person's destiny. Life was not kind to him. When Lincoln was still young, his mother died. Imagine that pain, a child losing the person who made him feel safe. That sadness stayed inside him for years, but suffering often creates depth inside a human soul. Lincoln became quiet, thoughtful, deep. He understood pain early in life. As he grew older, he tried many things: business, politics, leadership, and he failed repeatedly. His business failed. He lost money. He lost elections. People criticized him. At one point, he became deeply depressed. Many people would have quit. Many people would have accepted an ordinary life. But Abraham Lincoln kept standing back up. That is what made him dangerous. Not talent, persistence. Most people think successful people win every time, but Lincoln's life tells a different story. Failure is not always the opposite of success. Sometimes failure is training. Every loss made him wiser, stronger, more patient. Slowly, the man who once lost almost everything became a leader people trusted. Then came one of the darkest moments in American history: Civil War. The country was breaking apart. Fear was everywhere. Death was everywhere. And in the middle of that storm, Lincoln became president. But leadership during peace is easy. True leadership appears during chaos. The pressure on him was enormous. People attacked him constantly. Newspapers insulted him. Politicians doubted him. Yet he carried the pain silently, because he believed the nation had to stay united. But there was another evil destroying the country: slavery. Human beings treated like property, families separated, freedom stolen, humanity ignored. And Lincoln knew something had to change. Many people warned him, "Do not fight this battle." But some battles are bigger than fear. So Lincoln made one of the most courageous decisions in history. He moved toward ending slavery, not because it was politically safe, but because it was morally right. Real courage is not doing what is easy. It is doing what is right, even when the world fights against you. The war became brutal. Thousands died, cities burned, families suffered, and every night Lincoln carried the weight of a broken nation on his shoulders. Yet somehow he continued, because great leaders are not people without pain. They are people who continued despite pain. Eventually the war ended, slavery was collapsing, hope was returning, and the poor boy from the wooden cabin had changed history forever. But tragedy was waiting. In 1865, Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, shot. Just when peace was beginning to return, the nation cried, because the man they once doubted had become the man they could not replace. Yet even after death, Lincoln's story never disappeared. Why? Because people do not remember him only as a president. They remember him as proof that failure does not define you. Poverty does not define you. Pain does not define you. Your response does. Lincoln failed many times, but he refused to surrender his purpose. And maybe that is the lesson his life leaves behind. You do not need a perfect beginning to create a meaningful ending. Sometimes the people who struggle the most in the beginning become the people who inspire the world in the end.